The Voice of Nature by Jasmine Wales, age 13. Runner-up in the Yorkshire Festival of Story 2022 Children's Story Competition, judged by Joanne Harris. Read by Gav Cross. I left Pumpkin's food on the patio like every other night. The fragrant blooms of the jasmine float on the air. Silly Pumpkin, a big cuddly cat, out all alone in the dark. A few moments later, I see some small shadowy shapes that are the wrong size to be Pumpkin tucking into the food. I realise they are hedgehogs. I slip furtively onto the patio, the warm evening breeze on my face. I can hear voices. "Spiny's nest is too small to last the winter." "I saw her working on it earlier, though. Last year's was a masterpiece." "Indeed. Put mine to shame." Nests? Spiny? What is going on? Then I realised the hedgehogs were talking, and I can hear. I can't believe it. I've lived on the edge of the story wood for such a long time and been oblivious. Curious, I glanced around the garden and see Pumpkin in the bushes. I whisper, "Pumpkin, if you don't come soon, then the hedgehogs will purloin all your supper." Then Pumpkin replied, "I'm not Pumpkin. That food is for the hedgehogs anyway, isn't it? Besides, I don't like cat food." It was not Pumpkin at all. It was a beautiful fox. How can I hear foxes and hedgehogs just like that? My mind is full of questions. Before I could ask any, the fox continued, "You are a phenomenal person. The next wood whisperer. You have always been able to communicate with nature. All you had to do was open your heart to the woods on your doorstep. As this is the story wood, it makes sense for people to be able to hear the tales of the animals. Your arrival brings hope, as wood whisperers are few and far between. If you follow me, you can meet the badgers and the rest of my woodland friends." It's so magical. Talking to animals, I breathed in wonder. Flabbergasted, but intrigued, I followed the fox into the wonders of the wild. Something told me I could trust him. My heart beat as fast as a nervous wood mouse. "Most of the hedgehogs are round yours, feasting on cat food, but you might see one or two scuttling around," said the fox. "Very generous idea of yours. I'm sorry to say it, but that food was meant for my ginger cat, Pumpkin. In the moonlight, I mistook you for him." "Ah, that's why you called me Pumpkin earlier." "I'm Redfur. You should consider leaving more for the hedgehogs, especially this time of year when they are getting ready for hibernation," explained Redfur. Now we are truly in the forest. I see by the light of the moon the badger set beneath a tall, graceful tree. Redfur trots over, and the stripy head of a badger pops out. "Hello there, Redfur. It appears our wood whisperer is here at last." "Welcome to the wild," said Bella, the badger. "Wood whisperer. That's me." "Hello," I started. "How can I help the woodland thrive?" "You can't see it in the dark, but sadly our dear wood is full of rubbish," replied Bella. "I promise to return and tidy up," I said, feeling it is a wood whisperer's duty to look after the animals. "If you come back in the early morning and clear it, you will be doing a huge favour," answered Bella. Suddenly, a bat swooped right in front of me. "Hi!" it squealed before landing. The bat settled into a tree and spoke. "You are welcome to come here whenever you please, to forget problems and to natter to the squirrels by day and play with my bat friends by night. It's very important to bridge the gap between humans and nature. Then the little bat flew off again, and I stared into the cool night sky in search of bats. The next day, I walked to the woods with a bag in my hand and a plan in my head. The early autumn trees scented the air with falling leaves. The pattern they make is a natural work of art. I see the glint of an empty drinks can and put it with the rest. I'm glad to be helping, yet sad that people can be so careless. As I turned to leave, a squirrel thanked me. I feel as if, in this wood, I have found a long-lost home I never knew I needed. The Voice of Nature by Jasmine Wales, age 13. Runner-up in the Yorkshire Festival of Story 2022 Children's Story Competition, judged by Joanne Harris. Read by Gav Cross.